Good afternoon. Okay, we should be live. There we go. Probably want this a bit lower, but you can let me know as we go. Hope we're all having a good day. Girls, guys, and gamers. It's hot in the UK today, so I'm just on my revitalizing water, keeping it chill. Okay, good. So, covering two games today. We're doing Sancticide and Slain, both of which were sent to us to check out. Sancticide we've covered, but still is now on its 1.0 release, so it's out of early access, so we'll just take a look at that. And then we've got Slain Back from Hell, which is a game that has been around. You either know about it or you don't, and I'll go into that in just a moment. Let's jump into Steam so I can get the page up. There we go. Pause the videos because they play auto. Okay, good. Right, guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we're checking out Slain. Now, you either know about Slain or you don't know about Slain. This game has been around for a hot minute, 2016, so around 10-year anniversary right now. So I'm super excited to be covering it on the 10-year anniversary, and also the fact that it's now on a Steam sale for just 99p. So if you're in the UK, you can get it super cheap. It's probably on sale around the world for a slightly different price, but I would say just around $1.50. So check it out. I think if you haven't seen this game, you'll be pleasantly surprised, and it has a lot to offer for a 2D sort of retrospect look at the old school, but with a new school feel. It's got that kind of Dark Souls vibe, Dark Souls setting. It's actually really, really interesting to look at, and I think the game just bangs. It's a really good one. So over mostly positive reviews, over 1,600 people, cannot be wrong. Slain Back from Hell is a heavy metal inspired arcade combat puzzle puzzle elements and gore galore. I like that right up. So stunning visuals and a true old school gameplay accompanied by the most metal of soundtracks. Yeah. Okay, I'm looking forward to this one. It's by Steel Mantis. We haven't worked with them before, and I do believe they've got a few games under their belt, so I'm just going to have a look what they're doing. What we got going on. So Slain 2 is on its way. So there is Slain 2 on its way, called The Beast Within. I mean, that also sounds really awesome. So any glitches or problems or issues I have with the game, anything I need to raise with you guys based on this game, if I find anything that I dislike in this game, then I will hope that they iron that out in Slain 2. But I don't think there will be. A lot of people are into this game. A lot of people liked it. Let's have a look. So we'll just go over the features and then we're done. Right, so single player, Steam achievements, Steam trading, online leaderboards, remote play, of course, and it will work on a potato. It runs all controller support, and it runs on Linux and the deck, so everything is covered, all bases hit. Let's just jump in. There you go. There's one intro done. Now we do Sancticide as soon as it's downloaded. So it is downloading, so any problems with the internet, I can see it sort of fluctuating a little bit, but it should be fine because it's a 2D game. Oh. Right, so we're going to be going with the trusty red, blood red controller for Slain right now. Works out the gate, here we go. We'll go for slot 2, never slot 1. Okay, I think we can go a bit louder. As soon as I break that line, it goes into my voice levels. So I think about here, but if you want it louder, let me know, because I'm not 100% sure. I like it sort of just below my voice. I don't plan to talk too loud today, so we should be all right. Begone, spirits, I gave you enough. So he's going to be resurrected by the look of it. It's time to be born again as our children need us. We're like a guardian of the children. He looks very Norse. He looks very sort of Viking-esque. You know what must be done. Lots of having fun, hopefully. There you go, we're in. I've got a load of grabby hands at the bottom there, which are looking real slick. Yeah, okay, so I can use D-pad as well. No, just analog stick. No double jump. No! We do have slash attack. We have build up slash attack. Oh, you have to let it go at the right time, so that's a risk and reward move there. Triggers, we've got some sort of trigger movement going on now. Okay, that takes away our blue bar at the top. So it's like a Hadouken, and then we've got backdash. You can only dash backwards, not forwards. Simple controls, nothing too sort of taxing, but you're going to have to learn them, do you know what I mean? You're going to have to get used to them as you go. The Blood Grounds is stage 1. I feel like the loading times are a little bit long. Okay, we're in. I've got it on fantastic visuals, by the way, although it's pixel art. Yeah, this is high fidelity as it can be. Hello. Baforoin, we meet again. It is truly an eternal war we wage. Okay, so this looks like our main antagonist. Ooh, okay, so you can't just run in and slash. Let's do a Hadouken. Big damage. That was cool. I love the lighting in this game. 2016, boys. Ooh, and then This is not a fast-paced game. I feel like this is very slow. Take your time, learn the environment, learn the enemies. Blap, blap, blap. That was cool. So if you're quick enough, you can get in a double slash. Okay, off we go. So far, so good. The Divine Angel will also restore your vitality. Happy days. Gives me another Hadouken back as well. I'll clear the path this way, then Hadouken these guys. Ooh, they didn't die. Okay, they had more hit points. Right bumper fires a mana spirit. Press and hold to charge the attack. Doesn't finish them now. I'm not overly impressed anymore. That used to finish them. They lied. They tricked us at the beginning. So the sword's actually the most powerful weapon we have right now. Wow, okay. The devs don't like the player. Okay, that big hit's actually probably more powerful than our Hadouken. It's more risk and reward, but it's going to pay off. Let's try it out. Very much timed. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a one shot. And they explode in a different way. Each animation to the death sequences seems to be quite varied. I like the fact they took a little bit of time and effort to do that. I would imagine most of the team when this game was built were just bearded, like, heavy metal dudes. And they were just like, that's not awesome enough, let's do more. And they just kept going until they ended up with this madness that's happening here. So the birds are actually trying to trick us right now. How can we get rid of them? There you go. Then we jump this. Sneaky. Okay, we don't want to let him get us anywhere near those spikes. Oh, how are we going to get him? I think we're invulnerable once we activate that, so it's not actually that bad. But the timing still matters heavily whether I'm going to use it or not. That is filth, because that is, I think, possibly spikes there. Whoa, okay, they just keep spawning. See, now if we gained XP or some sort of like trinkets and tropes by sort of re-rinsing enemies, that could be a nice mechanic. Not like a roguelike, but just something to work towards, you know. We get different outfits, different weapons, and we can like level up. I don't know this game in 2016 would have even gone down that route, but I'm hoping that the sequel is going to take that on board, because it feels like, you know, your basic platformer, but it could it could incur some of, or it could borrow some of those MMO elements and really make the sequel bang. It'll just add a little bit more, like, again, that risk and reward and things to do. Poke him, poke him. Okay, we've got to be careful here. Killing foe, critical strike. Okay. Yeah, that's the move. That is the move right there. Okay, done a runner. Back again, give us a chance to charge. 3 times the charm on this boy, I think. 3 times the charm. This guy has hella health. The animations are really, really visceral and gory. I love the fact it takes practice as well. It's not a game you're just going to be able to rush through. There's as he rushes through it. Magic bolts and fireballs. Yeah, these guys are a little bit tougher. Oh, you filth. Whoa, okay. Starting to get into that dodgy territory of NES style frustration here. We're not careful. There we got him. You see what I mean by taking your time? You're going to have to learn what's coming at you, figure out how to defeat it, take your time. I think that's kind of a fireball. I don't think we have to interact with that guy. Probably attack him. I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, you can definitely explode them. Ooh. Jeez. Like I get hit with a fireball on the way down. So much dirt. Okay, no more projectiles to worry about. Portal has opened. This seems like the end of the tutorial easy stage. I'm now about to be punished, I would imagine. We're into the hive, looking good. Oh, there's a wall there. There's a wall there and I didn't see it. This guy's got the advantage right now. No double jump yet. Oh, they suck. one down. Okay, we just hit the switch. Now we've got a floating platform. Grab the heart. Hell yeah. I like this game. This game's really addictive. It's addictive because it's challenging. It doesn't hold your hand. It's going to kill you randomly. And you're going to learn your lesson the hard way. And I think that's something missing from a lot of video games nowadays. There's too much tutorials, too much hand holding, too much go from point A to B to C and then get your boss. You know, your boss is dumbed down on easy mode so you can get through it. Everybody wants to be a gamer, but there's not necessarily a lot of gamers. And I think a lot of games are dumbed down to the point where it's no longer, you know, a challenge to beat these games. I mean, I'm going back personally and playing some NES stuff and some original Mega Drive and SNES stuff, just to get that feel of challenge back, get frustrated, get angry, and then beat it and get a sense of achievement. And this game definitely delivers on that. It's not like the most punishing 2D game I've played by any means, but it is definitely in that mid-tier category of awesome, but also challenging. Awesome sauce. Aye, I've just gone ham. What did I say? Time to end me. Bring it. They thought they'd catch me slipping. Not today, babies. This switch I can't touch unless I've already done it and didn't realise. Got this going up. Another switch and a key. How am I supposed to hit that? Fireball. Apparently not. Why not? Oh, right as I come out the door. Was that balls? Okay, so we can't go up there just by jumping. You love it? It's a good one, yeah? Do you want the sound a little bit higher, or is it okay? Soundtrack bangs. Like, the soundtrack's absolutely, like, I haven't mentioned it yet, but it's low-key banging. It's not like heavy rock. It's not like if you're not into rock, you're not going to like the soundtrack. It actually just, like, plays its part calmly in the background. You want it a bit louder? Okay, because I can't hear your side of things. I'll go to about here. As long as you can hear his footsteps, we should be fine. Whoa! Here we go. Now we're at the Fawn Woods. This is further than I've ever sort of been in this game. I played the demo, I think, for a bit on the Switch. And this was back, like, you know, closer to 2016. So this is all new for me. Look at the filth behind them, look. I've got to jump and attack. Get closer. Eat it, bro. Eat it. Whoa, okay, that's close. I'm not sure if we die if we go... It looks like we're going to die if we go in the liquid. Ooh, okay, fair enough. Bust these up. Again, they don't need them, but they're just there to add to the visuals and the atmosphere. Look at this guy, he's really pissed. Not happy, bro. You blocked it. Yeah, okay, this could be trouble. Got very quick walking speed. Boom. Not so much health though. He looked serious. He looked like he was actually mad. Literally got like 1 or 2 hits here. bro, we got acided. Yeah. The most annoying thing about them is they're 2 hits, not 1. If they were 1 hit, it'd be fine, you can dodge an attack. But the second hit, they tend to always get you back. So far so good. Waiting for this guy to show up. See, now on my second time I can go through here so much quicker. Blocks that level. Fuck a boss. Hey, what's up? That's a big sword, Pappy. Well, I'm flattered you think so, my friend. You know, size does matter. How you doing, my friend? How's things? How's life treating you? Have you got some new games on the horizon you're playing and enjoying? Yeah, there we go. Oh, you filth. He came out of the ground. Forgot about him. Alright, this is where we got stuck last time. Look at the filth. Old school retro punishment now. I wish you could close that hole, that'd be handy. Alright, we're in. These dudes. Okay, I'm just going to stay back. You can't go too far back because you start spawning them little runts that come out of the ground again. Got him. You're playing Tekken 8. Haven't enjoyed a single second of it. Hey, Tekken 8's a good game, bro. It's not as bad as Mortal Kombat 1. They did dumb it down, you know, they did play, you know, make it for sheeple people. But it's fine, you know, it's, I think the skill level still, I mean, it's more of a pattern-based game now. And Mortal Kombat 1 took it to the next level. So I think the real fighter that still exists is obviously Street Fighter 6. Still has talent, still has skill. But I like Tekken. I do like Tekken still. I enjoy it when I play Tekken. I like the new characters and stuff, right? I think, you know, she has a lot of talent, the latest character. Be careful. Nice. Spawn another one. No. Oh, look. Got the waypoint still. Yeah, I'm absolutely killing this. This looks like a double jump move. Oh, they tried it, they tried it. Luckily they don't sink. Thought we had it then. Oh, it's the big one. We don't like him. He does big damage. He takes a lot of hits. He does that. No, this guy's filth. Where's block? Why don't I have a block? Am I just not using it? Maybe that's my issue. I think I found block. Get some, get some, get some. Got one hit, boys. There it is. He flipped my shit. Okay, let's start again. See, that one does go down, so that's why I thought we had it. First one actually sinks. Alright, let's go. Still full health. Now we've got him. He's going to come at us. Finish him off instead. That's such a dirt move. Okay, if you hit it with a poke, it pushed back, and then he can't actually do anything. Oh wow, okay. That's for the win. does so much freaking damage. He hit me twice. He hit me twice and I've lost a whole freaking life bar. Dunkulous on a ridiculous level. That one sinks. Oh, 2 seconds too early. This game's awesome. I'm having a great time trying to beat this game. I'm going to get to the end of whatever stage 1 is. Wow. Came out of nowhere as well. 2016, like I say, it's absolutely decimating newer games. Anything from around 2020 backwards is just absolutely blowing newer games out of the water, no matter what they are. I played Squad on a recommendation last night. Oh, this ain't where I started. Hang on, I started me from somewhere else. It just started me in madness. Yeah, I played Squad last night and compared it to 83 that we played during the day. And there's just no comparison. Like, I know the game's had years of development and whatnot, but the engine that it runs in is so much more reliable and smoother. Unreal I've decided that it sucks. That's your massive studio with a massive budget. Unreal 5's like not going to go well for you. Look. Hang on, I'm gonna. Oh shit! Hang on. I need to read that. Can I pause? Oh sweet. We're eating goods with the Metroidvania, Hollow Knight 2 and... Oh, the Titus 5? Yeah, I mean, Hollow Knight 2 did impress me, but I hadn't played the first one. So I did a double, and when I played the first one, I was blown away. Like, I really fell in love with the first one. And because I'm playing it late, it was like Hollow Knight 2 didn't have the same kick and appeal, because I hadn't finished Hollow Knight 1. So Hollow Knight 1 just is my jam. Like, I would play that any day of the week. Metroidvania, I mean, yeah, they're coming out thick and fast, and they don't seem to F it up. They get it right, do you know what I mean? Like, I've not really played a bad one. I've played one with, like, less talent on the devs' part than the others, but they're still good. Like, Metroidvania doesn't really fail, right? Right, let's try the poke technique as soon as we get him from his next appearance. That's how he gets you when you're attacking someone else. Come up behind you, look. Cool. Oh, we beat him, but we've got an eye for an eye. Yeah, the first is a Hall of Famer, 100%. I did buy another couple of games that are Hall of Famers. I got, what was the one with the Castlevania DLC that came out like a year ago? I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I bought that one, and that's a Metroidvania. That's a big game, Hall of Famer. And I bought, what's that other one? Hades. I think Hades 1. I haven't played that yet, so I'm still waiting to do a video on Hades. Can't think of the one with the Castlevania in it now. It's like the most awesome looking samurai dude. Dead Cells, that's it, you know it. Game is speaking to gamer here. If I don't know it, you will. Apparently it's pretty sick. One not to miss. At some point we'll be covering those and seeing what the comparisons are between everything we've played up to now. I played a lot of the modern ones, you know, because obviously I just cover them by natural instinct now. But the older ones I have to go back and buy, which kind of sucks. Ooh, see that you've got to get that poke move in, there it is. There is a block. Okay, we found a block. Dorking. This guy. Hang on, just okay. That's some good ass games, yeah? Well, hopefully. I think I've got a lot of gaming wows and oohs to have off of those. But I've just built my AM5 system, so we're running Linux full-time Mint on that. So we're going to be running all of our retro and classics on that side of things now. So it'd be a nice test to just see, am I actually bothered by switching over at all? Because my bedroom PC's been Linux for a long time. It hasn't really made an issue with my gaming at all. The only things I can't play that I want to play is Destiny and Rust. They're the main two games that unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to play on Linux. But Hopefully that changes in the future. I think it's something to do with the anti-cheat that they have. Yeah, so have you got any recommendations along the 2D or the fighting game genre? I know there's a couple of fighting games I'm still yet to cover. I can recommend King of Fighters. King of Fighters is really, really good. Oh, Mark of the Wolves or whatever it's called. Right, I'm getting this one without foul now. We're going ham or go home. Good start, good start. It's this area you want to be away from. This is just like a death trap waiting to happen. They keep spawning these enemies. Okay, let's go over here. Boom. Die slow-bish. But then we get one hit, you know. Hopefully we can find some health pickups. They put spikes there, bro. Filth. Imagine doing that over and over again and hitting them spikes. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, that's the one. So it's like a remake or a play on the really successful but really underappreciated Wolves game from back in the day. I think it came somewhere along the lines of like 2003. So they did Fatal Fury 2003 and then they did Mark of the Wolves then, but then they've remade it for like modern day. I think that's how it worked, because now everyone can play it. It's a slept on banger. Yeah, I agree, 100%. Ronaldo's in it, yeah. I mean, come on, why? I don't know if you played Ronaldo in that game, but he's got some dirt, but he's not good. Like, compared to, I mean, we had Ken releasing it, which was my main DLC I went for. I'm pretty sure we did a video on that already. We now got Guyz. Guyz is out now, believe it or not. They're bringing Guyz back hard. From the grave. It's like Nightmare Guyz as well. It's not even base Guyz, it's fuck you up Guyz. You know, old school. You gotta sort of admire them when they do such changes like that. It's really good. They listen to like the fan base. Everybody loves Guyz, everybody hates Guyz. Let's bring Guyz back. Who dares defile my sanctuary? Okay, what is this? He kind of looks like a creepy alien. Fresh man blood? You wanna go some? He wants my fresh man blood, bros. The only juice he'll be seeing is his own. Oh, that is filth. So you got to keep moving. Oh, okay, I get you, I get you. We'll go with a blockage on that. You can only have 2 swipes and then a block. You can't block that though, so you've got to constantly move again. Weird, it's like a dodge move. Yeah, so it's like a platform a bit, and then you go back in for the battle when he comes at you. Which is pretty simple, but that's nice. Yoink! That's pretty sick, bros. I like that. Oh, absolute filth happening here. I blew his wig off. Hashtag reaction cam. Impressive. Look at him still going. Told you the only juice he'd see is his own. Deal with it. And we're in. Okay, that's the end of stage 1. And I think I've seen enough to sum this one up. And then we're going to play Sancticide, which is a game that's just coming out of 1.0 beta or alpha release, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to check that out for its full gameplay and see how that one's going. We're actually smashing it. It's only like 15 past 15 minutes. We could go again. Do you want to see another stage of this, or do you want me to move on? Holy shit, what is this? Impressive for a mortal. I did not believe you possess the strength. I got strength, baby. I got the strength. I got the powers. Whoa, whoa. Okay, that's slippy. You want to switch to the other one? Okay. I won't spoil stage 2. Quit. Is that quit the game? Does that go back to menu? Title screen. Okay, that's cool. Oh, right. What do we think of Sancticide? Don't just say Sancticide. I'm on the wrong game. What do we think of Slain Back from Hell? I really, really like this one. It's a win from me. It came out in 2016. It's a freaking $1. Go pay $1 for this game. It's absolutely killing it. I'm going to load it on my handheld for sure and get some gaming action going. It reminds me of the retro days where they were cheap and they were a little bit scummy and they did hurt you on purpose. But once you knew it was there, you could avoid it next time. There is some like mental traps in this game. So once the enemies can push you towards other enemies that you can't really avoid unless you're very clever and know that they're doing it to you. So you're kind of balancing not just the stage and your positioning, you're also balancing your special moves and your attacks in the right timing to defeat the enemies. And I think that's where this game shines for me. It wasn't just the hack and slash Metrovania run through stage by stage in a retro fashion done. It had a lot of things to think about and it kept you entertained and glued, and I could play this one for an 8-hour sesh easily. So for me, it's a win. It's a 4 out of 5 guaranteed. It's not by any means perfect because there was some frustration with it, but it's kind of designed by default like that, so you have to let that sort of slide. It's got that 2D frustration and it works. So for me, it's a big win. Thank you for joining me today, guys. You've all been amazing. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye bye. There you go. Easy game. I do love 2D games. They're just so easy. Right, Sancticide. Let's fire it up. This is not a 2D game. This is a fully fledged 3D hack and slash. So basically a 3D version of what we just played, which is kind of cool. Let's bring up Steam page. Awesome. I'm going to follow this because I think they've got a roadmap with some updates coming as well. I want to keep an eye on it. Let's have a look. The Collector Repented. That's another game of theirs. Where's the road? Ah, there's the roadmap. So March, April, and then the full release. So that's what we're on now. So that is the end of the roadmap. The full release is what they're saying. Let me get you guys a picture real quick. We might get 3 done today. I might be able to throw in another game that I've actually got in mind in case we get through them. It's a horror first-person shooter, but with like Dead by Daylight mechanics. We could get that out of the way. Still loading at the moment. Give it a minute. Hopefully it goes on the right screen. The black screen of death. What is it? 16 gig RAM, Ryzen 7. Okay, so kind of high on the CPU, and a 2070, not overly demanding there. Yeah, it looks okay. Right, cool beans. Let's do it. Right, guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are checking out Sancticide. It's the second of a double bubble, and we are super excited to be playing this one again. It's now on its 1.0 release. It is no longer in early access, and all of the roadmap has been complete up to date. It came out with mixed reviews. Over 54 people said they're not quite sure about it, and I think we covered those points in our first video. This video is really just to see, is the game still fun, and have they fixed any of those issues up to date now? To date. It's by Red Square Games and Silene Studios, so a combined effort there. Sancticide is a melee focused TPP action RPG. So you become I can't pronounce that, it's a stupid name. But you become a sin collector and you are going around and punishing the damned and the weak. And we basically are trying to end all that is bad in the world. It's single player only. It's family sharing. It's controller support. It's Linux compatible and deck supported. So yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty plus on the gamer side. It's a $15 game. Do you know what I mean? It's under $20. Let's see if they've got it right. Let's check it out. Thank you for joining me today. Your time is valuable and I'm glad you spent it with me. Okay, there you go. Intro done. Boom. Play. Actually, let's go settings. Let's have a look what we've got going on. So the music is way too loud. Hopefully I didn't mess up my intro. We'll keep dialogue as it is. We'll leave it in window mode. I don't think it's going to require too much to run. We'll go with VSync. We'll turn up the sharpening a bit, see how we get on. TSR, why would we want TAA, baby. We'll go for high quality and we'll turn down... Ah, no motion blur. Happy days. We'll put textures up. Reflections can go down a bit. Global illumination can go down a bit. Post-processing is fine. Okay, I'm happy with that. What am happy? Roll the support straight away. File 2. We'll go for the easy so we can see the most of the game. More health, stamina, and purple enemies are a little bit slower. So that's the stronger enemies of the group. That's awesome. It has been changed, and there is a big Illuminati eye behind me that you might be able to see looking at me through the chair. That's creepy. They see all. Now this one's very gory, very adult themed. Like I wouldn't recommend this game to anyone under 16, and it is a game that comes with caveats, as in it is a fun hack and slash, but it comes with a lot of like biblical stuff, and it has a lot of themes that may offend certain, you know, marshmallow people. So I would be careful when purchasing, but I wouldn't say it's a game that is anywhere close to something like Diablo 4. You know, Diablo 4 does test the boundaries a little bit, and I think that's a game that's way more sort of religiously is that word? Religiously pushing boundaries. But this is just on like 50% sharpness, and I always loved how smooth this game run. The optimization in this game has always been pretty sweet. You can see here I'm getting a full 60 frames on VSync, and it's only using 50% of my resources and only 20% of my CPU. So although it's a CPU heavy game, it's optimized like hell. Like it is a really good solid game. Looks great as well. Look, you have a look around, you get high fidelity textures. I'm not using DLS or any of that nonsense.
Seems I'm not welcome here.
I'll turn it up if you want me to.
Dead or rather destroyed cherub. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
We can't swipe our swords. We can't see how loud the combat is. The voice acting seems very quiet. I'm going to turn it up for you. If it gets too loud, just let me know. We're just on a comfy stroll through the shit heap. Here we go. We're almost like a policeman, if I remember rightly. We're kind of like the law, and we're going around straightening out people who, you know, cause problems. Make it stop, no sin, and F. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? They're kind of like
church bells are ringing.
Could possibly offend certain
Maybe they
people.
already found Varus.
Oh, we've got loading. Reach the church, okay.
Scanning in progress. Senses breached.
A shepherd.
This always baffled me
Probably
because
one
you
of
had like
Varus's
cyberpunk
flocks.
stuff. You had like modern technology with what looks to be like a Romanesque time period. But I think the idea is that the world has gone to shit, and we're sort of got the technology, but we're going backwards as a humanity. Crouch. Okay, we are getting some strange lag here, so let me go in and see what that is. Let's have a look. More of a loading lag, so I think it's just because it's not in full screen. Not being over sharpened by any means, is it? Probably turn those down. Maybe Epic is pushing it too far. I think that's probably what's doing it overall. Yeah, I think that's what was doing it. We'll see. Let it balance out.
Press the assigned button to attack. Chain the attacks together for best efficiency.
The right button
Press
to
the
attack,
other assigned
X to
button
kick,
to kick.
and lock
Kicking
on.
gives you a chance to break.
Okay.
Warrior priest. Time to collect some souls.
Want some?
Prayer.
Done him
Open the
straight.
selection wheel with the priest.
Oh, someone else wants some? Kick him and then go in with the attack. Ooh, okay, bro.
Motherfucking son of a bitch.
Called him an SOB, bros. We've got a bunch of rats running out. We haven't been in here yet.
You've just found a collectible item. These
This
remnants
guy.
of the old world may still be of some use. Deliver them to Strata.
Shiny things, there we go, that's what we want. We want chests, we want breakables, we want cool finish moves. The game has all of that covered already. Open the wheel with left trigger and use the power of push. How do we use the power of push? Selected it. Oh, we have to press a button? What button would that be then? Yes, okay, there we go.
Motherfuckers really squatted a prayer house.
Really cool because it's so confusing. You've got this like Romany-esque setting with modern technology and modern language. You know, he's calling these people Mother Jeffers and he's using the BS. You know, this is not language that would be used in the time period correct, and this building wouldn't exist. It's tripping me out, the difference in what we're doing here. It's like we're mixing time periods.
Press the corresponding button to drain the purple jar. It will replenish lost HP.
Okay. That gives us lost HP.
I don't understand why they dress up. I get that it has something to.
I remember
understand
this.
why
We
they dress
pushed
up
them
as
off.
Roman, but I
When we
get that
first
has
played it,
something
we
to do
snuck
with the
up on 'em.
Bible and angels. But it must be really
Here
uncomfortable.
we go, we'll try again.
But a screw.
It's so stupid. I love twice at the same thing. That's so good though. Right, we're in. There's still that lag. What is that lag going on now? Don't remember experiencing that before. What have they done? It sounds a bit loud. Okay. It will be because the voices in the game, I think we had this problem before, are very low, and no matter when, like when I go in here and like do it, look, if I turn down the sound effects, it's gonna still have master at high and voice at high, but you ain't really gonna hear the voices because they're so low recorded. I wonder if this is sharp in business. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. The only one I'm willing to sacrifice is foliage, but then that could make the stages look a bit shabby chic. Oh, jeez, that scared me last time too. It's scaring me again. So that means this game definitely has replayability. The fact that I'm impressed with it again.
Dear God, the stench.
It's just something different as well. It's not like your generic sort of platformer. It's a hack and slash platformer on its base, but it just has that sort of something a little bit strange, a little bit new. And it looked like a breakable, but it's not. Okay, we've got gangly people coming at us. Pushed, bro. And you do develop your skills as you go along, and you do get stronger, and you have more powerful abilities. Black. He's down. I'm going to move to a bigger room with this one. Trying to get a lock onto him, but it won't let me until I face him. Ooh, okay, so you definitely need to be locked on. I've got 400 XP plus gained, now level 3. There's a health vial there, which I don't need. You know, we're doing all right for health. We didn't take a hit there. Combat feels nice. It's basic slashing, but it feels like I'm in tune with it, you know? The dodge roll's nice. Cool. It'd be nice if there was a button to like guarantee a finish move once you deplete their health a certain amount. Okay, the push is alright, but I think we've got something better. We've got pull and we've got prayer. Gladius, what's that? Let's try it. Oh, that's okay, that's not the same thing. That must be another move we have. Oh, it's just health. Okay, sweet.
Concealed unkosher items.
Have myself a
Good
secret.
Barrels is not here to see this.
A lot of loot at the beginning of this game. I'm guessing we have to jump over that gap. Gotta break the door, we can't.
I hate the storm though. It's always raining down here.
And again, now it's turning into like forestry. What is going on with the design of this game? It's mental.
Time for some dirty work.
You want some, fellas? You're just gonna ignore that? Okay. Where they
Hold the
going?
corresponding button to block an incoming attack. Blocking uses stamina.
Okay, so we've got block move now. Who am I attacking? This guy? I don't think he's kicked in. There you go, we'll wake him up.
Traitor to his own kind.
Quit fooling
Well,
around.
make his mind up, didn't he?
Go on. Bash and press the assigned button right before the enemy attack connects to parry and stagger.
Okay, that's quite cool. We've got the parry move.
Don't cry now.
Ooh.
You're coming back anyway. It's either you or me.
Traitor of his own kind.
You can mix the kick and the attacks in, which is really nice.
I'm not a number. I'm a free man.
Get back down.
It's not for you to judge me.
Ooh, off goes his bonds.
Sanctimonious piece of shit.
The language in this game.
It's just a flesh wound.
Getting rid of the big boy as quick as possible. Now we can take down this dude. Just keep sneaking up on me.
Let's get this over with.
Give him a swift kick to his nards on the way down now. Okay, all's going well. We've got a green chest now.
Press the corresponding button to browse inventory. You
Okay, so we've now got inventory access. And this is what I want to talk about. So the game does have more than just a hack and slash and the interesting setting. It's got your character design screen, which I always moan about when games don't include this. I think you need to be able to change out your gear. You've got to look different when you do change it out, and you have to have some sort of XP or some sort of trinkets and tropes that increase your player's abilities, right? So in this, you have all of that. You have the customization of your armor and your weapons. Each one has different ability and skill. Each one can push you different damage and dexterity and health bars. And I think that's where this game actually has something underneath the good, if you like. It's pretty solid. It's got quests that you can complete. It's got a story mode, and it has a lot of replayability, because I've just discovered that as I went through it really quick, because we've already got the full video out, links in the description down below. Yeah, as I've gone through it, it's just I sort of remember that bit, and then when I do it again, it's still fun, right? The game still has those fun, quirky elements. It doesn't run as well as it did, I think, on the beta. I'll have to go back and check that video, but we played it before even the early access was available. So I think we played it very early, and I think what they've done is actually increase the visuals and made it run slightly less as good, less better than it did, you know what I mean? But with a beefier system, you won't have a problem. So we've got the beastry, of course, we've got the quests, which are my main objectives, and then you've got your skill tree. Now again, this adds to the enjoyment. Unlocking new skills, making your skills more powerful and more robust, and do survivability is my favourite. I love to be a tank. There you go, damage resistance. Now we can actually do 3 of these, and we've only just started. So the game doesn't hold you back. You do level up really quick, and I think that's the best way to do it. It's a very much niche game, unknown game, but brings a lot of excitement and fun to a genre that is pretty samey. You know, these games are pretty samey. Duck being down on the D-pad, I'm guessing we don't duck that much, but it does feel a bit weird.
Oh, you're a sin collector, I see. Is this the time already? Have you come for my soul?
It depends.
I'm going to turn it up just a little bit, because them voices are really quiet.
No, I believe in God, and I have been praised.
That's all great. Got any unkosher items on you, perhaps? Don't make me scan you.
I abhor all that is modern, and therefore unkosher.
It seems you're clear, all right. Good. Once I've run out of sinners to hunt down, I will come after the faithful one.
And then the angels shall come out.
The voice acting's not great. It's not the best, but it ain't by any means the worst. It is that mid-tier voice acting, you know. It does the job. It sets the scene. I can buy it. It's all right.
It's like the hermit said. The last one out turns the lights off.
Shrine. I'm afraid God won't help me now.
Shades. Too bad I don't have any pizza to bribe them.
These are what, like spirits? What the hell are these? Play the shade. I went for a wild kick and lost. Ooh, okay, they do damage in a group. Ooh. There we go. And one thing I didn't mention on the early access version we played, the game on hard actually plays more like a Souls-like, because each enemy is so powerful and so strong that you're not going to be able to just whack your way through like I'm doing on story mode. You're going to have to actually take each challenge as a set piece, and therefore relies on you using a lot more intuition on your upgrades and the way you attack each little section of the board. I think that's what matters most with this game on its replayability, is going from normal to hard is a massively different game, because the hard difficulty punishes you so much in damage that early game is actually really tough, and it's that reward of working through it and becoming OP at the end that gives you the sense of achievement. You can go through the story like I'm doing to see the majority of the game the quickest, but you're not going to have as much fun when it comes to combat, because you can just kind of block and attack and parry at will, and it is good practice. But the actual game is spent in hard mode. Hard mode is where I find this game shines, and where the sort of challenge wanting of us will live, because it's got a lot of replayability in that regard, because the campaign I believe to be about 12 hours long, somewhere around that mark. So you're talking about like 24 hours of gameplay for $15. And a game that looks like this, feels like this, and has even the audacity to give us visuals and sound effects and voiceovers in the way it does, I think really shows up some of the AAA titles, even though this game is a niche and not many people know about it. I feel like it brings enough to the table at $15 to show up the AAA title at $60, $70, because it gives you what you want. It gives you just, you know, non-stop action, half decent voice acting, a nice A to B system. You never get lost, you never get stuck, and you never worry about this game. Whereas AAA titles, they sort of fumble at least 2 out of those 4 points I just made. I mean, even Berserk, as cool as Berserk was, it didn't have the breakables that you wanted. There wasn't as many breakables on the stages. And for me, that was a big fail, to not have breakables in a game where you're swinging massive swords around. It felt off.
Hold the assigned button to aim.
Guns are strictly prohibited by them at the top.
We have to equip the AK. There we go. This was something that tripped me out when I first played it as well. The fact that we do have machine gun fire. Yeah, that's definitely been improved. That's massively overpowered. I'm sure when we shot that on the early access, they just came at us anyway. They just sort of fell over and got back up. The barrels have been increased on damage, which feels more natural to do and fun.
Look at him.
Boom, there you go. Yeah, that feels way better. And again, they drop loot. You've got your character select screen where you can invest that loot in different things. With different tools and weapons. Whoa, that was cool.
I attract the enemies.
Get some. Okay, I'm out of ammo now, so what do I do to change weapon? That should be a D-pad, quick button. I have to figure that one out. Ooh. Still going? Jeez, bro. Ripple and a push for the finish. Okay, so that looks like that's the whole area, but it can't be. You missed something. Ah,
I
okay.
wish Varus was here.
Oh, potion we don't need. Like, you know, it's paperweight. It's paper wafer thin physics, but I'm glad they put it in. You know, being able to just like use push to smash up a load of stuff out of your path feels really nice just to do that. And most games don't even bother with physics nowadays. Okay, so we've got the shotgun. I'm not exactly convinced that's the best move here.
It's gonna be me
Whoa.
coming after your soul now.
Want some?
Fucking god.
Yeah, that's just too many enemies to take on at once. I think what we'll do is switch to the shotgun. Where is it? Okay, is it? It must just be ammo. No, it's not ammo. Oh dear.
So sins of the father, eh?
Yeah, I have completely botched this. Look. There are too many different types of enemies doing too many different types of things. Let's go with prayer.
A wizard! Help!
Jesus.
He will have to report report on your own failure.
I'm taking a warhammer.
Go on, Sin Collector. You on the other
Yeah,
side.
the warhammer's trash. Here's some.
You don't stand a chance.
Oh, unless you're locked on, it
There is
feels
nothing
really
that I
weird.
owe him. What now, huh?
Yeah, the warhammer sucks. It takes way too long to get going.
Come on.
I don't like how dirty the AI is either. Oh yeah. Doing my job for me. That's a cool design.
Them at the top sent a fucking ringer and didn't warn me.
Okay, well this weapon sucks, so I think I should go back to the sword. Being out of the chain. Oh, it does slow time. Okay, fair enough. But you lose your lock on. That's where I was getting confused. Every time I was trying to change a weapon, I was losing that. Didn't realise. That was a nice counter. Oh. There's no way I could have just done that.
Ugh, my head.
I'll give that a go. Okay, that was pretty good. Not too bad. There's a little bit of jankiness with it. I did feel some little issues here and there, but nothing too major. Again, it was never a perfect game, and I don't think it's going to receive many updates from now on. It is finished.
I don't.
But at 15 quid, you can't really moan, because on a sale, you're talking like $7,
Can
right?
I at least wear normal boxers underneath?
Got rain effects coming in now that look really nice.
Shepherd scans you and penalizes you for unkosherness. Don't come crying to me. Sinners. Let's go around them.
Okay, new location. We could do with some health if I can get lucky enough to find some. We were spoiled for choice at the beginning.
Proselytes.
Unlike us, they're not immortal. They're lost.
You're just a clown.
This is too easy.
There we go. He went absolutely ludicrous. Ooh, I got luck onto him.
What's wrong with you?
Tag teamed, boys. Tag teamed.
Let's move on.
I hate this place. It's dark, cold, and always raining.
Half the planet looks like this.
Sounds like the UK. Dark, cold, and always raining. Yes, then we're talking. Okay, I've almost got full health back.
Line up so I don't have to back twice.
Rather die free than live on a leash. The other's just a flesh wound. Rather die free than live on a leash.
Who keeps popping shots? That guy.
You don't stand a chance.
Yeah, maybe we can shoot him. Oh, my gun's gone. Ooh, they took my gun off me? That's filth. Okay, let's try pull.
Nag someone else, will you?
Can't lock onto him because he's high.
Let's get this over with.
I pulled I pulled the platform from under him and he landed on a spike right in his nards.
Yeah. Better not show it to the angels.
That was ridiculous. And I guess that's how you're supposed to do it because we didn't have a gun, so they've seemed to have planned that. I don't know. Felt planned. Okay, now we've got push. $67 XP. Let's see how we're doing with that XPs. So go to quest. We've still journey with Varus. That's easy. What are these? Dinner. Okay, we've got a mace at 28. And we've got an axe at 30. That's now equipped. We'll keep the one-handed because it seems to be the best weapon we've got, plus it's purple. Okay. How do we do upgrades? We had the upgrade screen earlier. Skills, here we go. So we've got another 10 points. Okay, we're doing very well. What we sort of need in speed-wise, we're fine. Combat moves, speed multiplier, critical chance, and melee damage. There you go. We'll go with melee damage and critical chance. Now D-pad, I'm thinking one of these should switch weapon, but you've got light, you've got dark, and left and right don't do anything at the moment, so I would say that should be switch weapon instead of keep going into this wheel, which isn't ideal to switch the weapon out. I'm going to try this new one, which is an axe. Wow, 2 shot in the big guys.
Ezechiel, do I have to kill them
Now
all
I feel a little bit OP. What the? I think I might have touched a barrel.
To his own kind.
This is too easy.
Jesus.
So you've come for me as well.
That poor guy stood no chance.
It's gonna be me coming after your soul now.
Ah, I see. Here he comes. White man goes ham. I like him. I want him the whole game. I wouldn't have to lift a finger. I just need to refresh my chisels. Otherwise they go dead after a while. La 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 la. So it doesn't sound loud anymore, no? You've got the sounds in the right place where you want them?
It's a damn slaughterhouse.
Traces of purple.
We'll run through this till about, I would say, just after 3. And then we'll switch to our third game.
Locals must not think highly of us.
Zeke, no one thinks highly of us. That's the charm of this job. Now come on, we're heading back to the Citadel.
I think the pacing feels better. There's more story being told, and they're sort of in between fights. They're sort of hashing it out with each other, and I think that's important. Where we didn't have that before. There's a lot more story added in, and the game's definitely explaining itself better, but it's a slower pace. When we first started, we just literally had fight after fight after fight, got to the boss, you know, a couple side bosses, and then we sort of left it there because I got lost. That's an interesting one. Will we still get lost? Is the level design still botched, where you can't find your way out of that particular area? That'd be an interesting one to look at. If you want to see where I got stuck, you can look back at the previous video. But I will put it in the comments whether it is the same or not, because it's going to take me about 10 hours to mess around with this game and get, you know, a just opinion on it. But I will be scoring it today because I feel like it's worth it. You know, it's worth it. I remember this place vividly because it reminded me of like something you'd see in like a Marvel film for like the God's Palace.
Damn it, again? Bloody bureaucrat.
Watch your language, boy, and follow me.
Yes, mum. Okay, we're following her. We should walk a bit quicker. Look at her waddle. Again, they took the time to animate that, and I'm fully behind that. This game has a lot going for it for $15.
Do you want to spar?
No, not really. Was that it? Do you want me to follow you here? Maybe I have to spar with him. Hang on.
Do you want to spar?
Ooh, okay. You got challenges here. Start.
Sparring allows you to practice combat skills in a safe environment. Combat accurate mode keeps the HP
Look at him
and
coming
other
at me.
statistics true to real combat encounters.
No.
Endless mode. There's no dying here.
No XP is rewarded for sparring. Oh, damn. Okay, we'll beat him and then we'll leave.
Oh shit! My hand! I'm bleeding!
Yeah, he wasn't too tough. I'm going to try and block his attack. Ooh, not that one though. There you go. Dagger. Man down. Game over. Back to... What's Dominia? That woman. I think she just wanted me to have a fight.
Remember that you
Rude.
Okay, as if I need more dying and resurrecting over and over again.
Talk to Azrael. Azrael? Where's he then? Yeah, I questioned that, but the marker tells me exactly where to go.
That I could use my own thigh as an anvil.
Yeah, he loves himself. But he forges weapons, which is cool. Baseball bat. That's a weird time period. Organ stand, but only for 2 hours. Rubber. So it looks like we can buy crafting items to do upgrades for weapons we either own or we can buy. So if I autofill, and then what, hit go? I don't really want to mess with that too much. We'll come back to him.
Everyone already knows you.
This is where the game gets into that sort of Saints Row or God of War esque. It goes a bit like mad at this point.
I am aware, yes.
It's cool though, cool as hell.
I must tell you, few have devoted themselves to becoming a sin collector as much as you have. You may not be the first of the sin collectors, but you could well be the last. Before that happens, I need you to undertake the most challenging task yet.
You've said that about every task so far. People eating shrimp, the guy smuggling pork, the crazy pops with a sawn-off shotgun.
And yet that'll... and do you
We'll
know
skip
how much
that because
we shall
we've done it
think
before. Boom. force me to do this, haven't they?
Well, you know what on you?
I see you are in good shape, Stradalates.
Good lord.
You know, who don't...
Boy, I need to speak.
Right, I remember this being like lengthy before, but this is taking the piss. I'll whip through it as quick as possible so we can get back to some action. Saying that them icons are not exactly reliable. They're all over the place. Head over there, around the corner. I went around the corner and told me to go over here. That's 1 out of 3.
These pesky
Hey.
I hope this gladius isn't made of carbon steel.
Cool beans. So now we can transfer welds, which is awesome. It's another cool feature, right? So you've got the gods and you've got like the clouds where you can transfer, basically teleport around. Again, it has interesting ideas. It just doesn't implement the story very well. The overall story is kind of, it's interesting enough, but kind of bland. Whereas the gameplay actually stands out. Like I can even walk into NPC characters and they'll get bumped and be pulled and moved out of the way. Just based on the fact that the game's 15 quid, I still think it's a win-win. It has, if you just like a nice new experience, it offers that. It offers the, it breaks up the monotonous of the hack and slash genre. Like a lot of these games exist with, you know, very little else to offer, but this one actually has a lot going for it. I think it ticks all the boxes of the things we've been mentioning over the years. And it visually looks really pretty. Like it's kind of dull but pretty. It's got a lot of dull level colors, but it sort of is very high fidelity, very high textures. And I think the game, for what it is, does a very good job at delivering an enjoyable experience. And I think that's the main takeaway from it. It is just fun. You don't have to wait too long in these sections in the battle arenas before you get into a fight. Okay, that guy loved himself way too much. We went with a hard hit, took him down in 1.
Something's not right, buddy.
I don't know. Yet.
This was the town where I said he was like a policeman. We go around and we investigate, like, I think it's like religious crimes, I guess. But they're telling us like we need to solve it and sort it out. And you can actually make decisions in the game that do affect how people react to you a little bit. But I think ultimately you still end up in the same place.
I knew I could.
Our Father who art in heaven. Can't you see I'm doing something?
Imagine that. The man's busy and I just go around smashing boxes around him. No questions asked because I am sort of like I say, I am the law. I got this.
There is this guy, Rewell, you know him?
No, fuck off. I'm busy.
Oh, I just asked. Don't be so
Rude.
rude. It's not like I'm the bad guy here.
Damn proselytes. They think that they own us like some kind of slaves.
I can see that they are very crude with enforcing the laws of the Holy Book. Next stop, the end of the world.
father who are...
I remember this guy. Hasn't he been like offing people in his house and he pretends he hasn't? I'm sure he tries to convince us he's not the bad guy in the situation. Even that, you know, vault out of windows, little animations have added in. I do think the jump animation, i.e. when you fall off of an edge, needs to be improved so that you have like a superhero landing. Do you know what I mean? He just sort of T-poses a little bit in like, not really a T-pose, but a T-pose, and then drops like a sack of shit. It needs to have some sort of cool little animation to when he hits the ground.
Fucking traitor. Okay, that was number... Shit, well, I lost count again. I was getting tired of living anyway. Nice hideout. For a debtor, that is.
Look what the cat dragged in.
Ooh, so there you go. This guy didn't like my reaction. I'm happy, bro. One-shotted. You want some?
Oopsie.
Whoops. I reckon you could slaughter everybody in this town if you so feel the need. He knew him, so therefore guilty by association, in my opinion.
Greetings, I'm looking for a villager called Ruel. Do you know him?
God bless your soul, Sin Collector. No, I have never heard of this person.
Heala. Okay, let's move round.
There you go.
Hey, I don't want to die.
I don't think you have a choice, bro. Do I need to arrest him or what? Ask people about him. I found him, now what? Do I have to like oof him or what? He's not coming at me, he's not a threat, so I don't know. He's breaking people's houses as well. Nice. Got myself 90 gold and a pistol. Got a Glock there, boys. Happy days. I don't think much can replace this god-awful axe. It's so powerful. One-shotted. Ooh, filth. Everyone just gets one-shotted. Look at the animation of him dying. That's very impressive for a $15 game. The fact that they've put so much time and effort into it. They really did like enjoy making this game, and I get that feel when I play it. See what this guy's up to.
Kill me right away or just leave me alone, but don't torture me with your words.
Wow, okay. I must be the most uninteresting man in the world. Well, I heard voices. Door's locked. Okay, we can't go that way. Must be another way in.
I'm looking for Ruel. Or Ruel, whatever he's called.
Ruel? Oh, the zealot, yeah.
Ruel.
Well, just go behind that giant
I thought
tree.
Ruel was correct.
It's like the most important place in our village. Ruel's house is quite close to it. Behind the river of lava.
He lives behind the river of lava.
I got one of those clay tablets the other day. One urging you to commit suicide? Just throw it away.
Well, where the hell is that then? I'm thinking there's a way through here because it's the last building we actually were allowed in. So we must have to get through this door somehow. Oh, there's a window. There you go. Now we're on the other side. There you go. Happy days.
I got one of those clay tablets the other day. The one urging you to commit suicide? Just throw it away.
Fucking traitor.
It's so rude.
Can I help you with something?
That remains to be seen.
Can I help you with something?
It's not very polite to hide contraband from the envoys, you know? Naughty, naughty.
I'm not hiding anything.
I can see it with my own eyes. The stench of dishonesty is right here. What do you have there?
Me? Just some small trinkets for personal use.
Small trinkets, you say? Where do you get these small trinkets?
Well, we've got a small stash of sorts. It's more like a pile of junk, really.
Okay, where's your stash?
I just don't know how much longer we can hold on.
I was a believer my whole life, until I was proven right. Ironic, isn't it?
I don't think we're actually going to take her trinkets off her. I don't think that's what we do. I think she's alright with those.
Easy now, breathe. We'll get through this. We always do.
I just don't know how much longer we can.
Oh yeah.
Don't cry now. You're coming back anyway.
Rude. I just one-shot everyone with this axe, so there's not actually much worry to the game at this point. It's just so OP.
To his own kind. Scared?
Maybe counter-attack before I go swinging.
I'd rather die free than live on a leash.
These guys were tougher.
There is
not much.
I owe him.
500 XPs for that. I wonder they were a little bit stronger.
Please, just leave me alone.
Ah, there's the lava we were talking about, and apparently Azrael lives behind.
Have a good day, Sin Collector.
Yeah, no
Even
way.
if it's your last one.
Why does everybody hate me? Why is she just hanging? Why do people hang people here? What are they doing? I'm just going to bust her up. In the lava you go.
No one is gonna miss you.
So rude. People just love to hang people up. Ooh. I do because I can, but not because I want to. Okay, so that's where we came in. The house was behind the lava. Can't get that way. I'm definitely not going in now. Guess this is a dead end. So there was another way round. They said his house was behind now.
I got one of those clay tablets the other day. Suicide?
I need to find Rewell. Do you know where he lives?
Yeah.
You guys worship a tree around here?
It's not like we...
That's a thin little lot.
Please don't hurt me. I'm sorry, okay?
Bloody idiot. You could have provoked them at the top, you know that?
There won't be...
You're right.
Oh, God.
You are a threat to everyone around you, but most of all to yourself. I don't give a...
Out?
He goes around spitting like biblical facts. Bounce, fool. Stop painting the wall.
Hello. Not for you, you pious...
Oh, hello. Hey, Kung Fu Master, check him out. Another one bites the dust.
Angels are.
I don't talk with the likes of you.
Okay, this looks promising.
Them at the top won't spare you.
Always women. There's just hanging women all over the place. What? Hey. Yeah, that was a no-go. We're getting very close though, because this is definitely, you know, the lava's to my left. We're definitely in the right area. Everyone's a little bit more dodgy around here.
The one urging you to commit suicide.
I got one of them. I still
Just
don't
throw
get
it away.
Well.
Never heard it.
Bonus round.
Oh, now back to square one. Can this be broken? Right. Find Rizal. Find the catch will and Kosher's iron.
I just don't know how much longer we can hold on.
Easy now, breathe. We'll get through this. We always do.
Okay, the waypoint's useless to me. It's telling me to go into there. Is impossible.
I got one of those clay tablets the other day.
Again, this is the bit of the game that really gets on my nerves. It did it before. We played this for hours and we did figure it out, but it slows the gameplay so much. The waypoints are too far apart. They should just put that Israel dude closer. Like, it doesn't help the gameplay. This, you know what I mean? You're just looking around bored. I think this could help us though. This could be it. About the last house we haven't searched.
I got one of those clay tablets the other day. The one urging you to commit suicide? Just throw it away. I got one of those clay tablets the other day. The one urging you to commit
I just
suicide?
don't know how much longer we
throw
can
it
hold
away.
on.
Easy now, breathe. We'll get through this. We always do.
Hold your horses, Sin. You let me.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go now. How do I even know that's the right way? 200 in this direction now. Destroy the sinner's camp outside the village. Leave the village to find the sinner's camp. Okay.
I told you.
Holy Tree is the only place I can go to outside the village, so I assume their camp's out there. Oh. Again, the waypoint's telling me to go back. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like the navigation. I'm going to rip into them on that one. Right, I played for around, in that sped up section, I played for around sort of an hour nearly, and I didn't like it. The navigation once you hit the town is not good. It's boring. You're constantly looking around for Israel, or whatever his name is. Once you find out where he is, it's taking you like an hour of backtracking, talking to people. The convoluted maze they've got set up that they think they're clever with actually did the same to me last time, and it drains you of any fun you're having. This section of the game fucking blows, and it's one of the worst things in this game. But the game itself, I still warrant as a happy fun time. It's $15. It has a lot of cool animations that are added on that you don't get in a $15 game typically. It's a hack and slash on its base, but it has a nice sort of gods and biblical, and it has machine guns and handguns involved. It's definitely a game I'm going to carry on playing, but it has to be a game you play with enough time. So you need a good couple of hours to settle down, maybe in the evening, and enjoy this one. You cannot just put it on and have fun, and unfortunately that's really where the gameplay is set. It's a hack and slash. You should be able to put it on, and half an hour later you've achieved something, you've got to a save point, and you're moving on to the next one. You know, you can save your game, you can come back later, and you can move on to the next save point. This game doesn't work that way. It's literally a bit of a gruel to play. It's kind of sluggish. You have to really be into the story, and I don't find the story strong enough for me to warrant me to take much notice of it. Overall, I just played through what I played through originally, but less of it, because it seems like the optimization is worse. It seems like the game hasn't really changed much. So now it's in its 1.0. There's not much to say other than it's still a 3.5 out of 5 for me. I think the optimization, you know, just loses 0.5 of a score. And overall, just the fact they haven't improved the navigation of said missions. I think the missions are dull, and they're long, and they're kind of convoluted more than they need to be. So for me, it's just a little bit dry bread when it comes to like implementing the great story they have. So for me, 3.5 out of 5, that's about as most I would give this game, but it's $15, and in a sale you can get it for $7. So I mean, that's not a bad go. It's a meh game for a meh price, but it works. You know, it's better than most meh stuff. Most mid-tier games that are hack and slashes don't offer what this game offers. So there's a lot going here for the price tag, and I think the devs have done a really good job. So take from that what you will. Don't take my word for it. Go test it out for yourself. Thank you for joining me. Links in the description down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye. Right, we're going to move on to our third game now, because that one was quicker than expected, but it hasn't really changed since I last played it. So we'll just leave that as it's the same. You know, I'd stand by what I said last time. Let's go into... Right, I did have a weird one to test out, actually. It's called the Midnight Walkers. We'll give that a shout. I think it's mouse and keyboard. And it got negative reviews on release, so it'd be interesting to see why. That Slain, I might play that again one day on stream, because that was pretty impressive. Okay, cool. So I don't think I should change. I don't think it's worth changing the Twitch description, because I don't think this game is going to have much of a following. I'll get your picture. Bear with. You know, I had no expectations of this game. I have no sort of I don't know what to expect. It's one of those really niche games, very niche. I don't think there's many people even know about this one. But they sent it out, so you know, I'm always willing to give them a look. Might find the next favourite game somewhere hidden. Okay, it's now firing up. Lovely. Okay, we've got Unreal Engine. Know what we think about that at the moment. Welcome to Midnight Walkers. Okay, we might have to unblock this one from the antivirus because it looks like the type of game that's going to need it. Yeah. Not my favourite thing to do. Probably has some sort of anti-cheat. Right, name on the account. Let's do Shanuz and hit go. And then we'll do an intro like we would with any other. Loading, it's just gone black screen. It could give me some sort of dots or rotating thing to let me know. Okay, while it's doing the shaders, we'll do the intro. I'll turn it down a bit just because we don't know how loud it's going to be. Steam. Okay, this is going to be a weird one because I don't know much about this game at all. Could be surprisingly good. The visuals are nice. I mean, they're Unreal 5. They all look kind of samey. Okay. Right, guys. Thank you for joining me today. Today we are checking out Midnight Walkers for a thick and fast review. It says fight, scavenge, and extract. So it's basically a looter shooter, but with zombies and gunplay. That looks pretty awesome. It's Unreal 5. You know what to expect from Unreal 5 by now. It either works or it don't. Midnight Walkers is a hardcore FPS game with deadly zombies, dangerous players, and vulnerable loot. So I guess they're expecting a high player base, which they unfortunately haven't hit. There's only 10 to 15 people in this game at any one time, so you can pretty much comfortably loot and gather at your own pace and get out with little to no trouble. Craft weapons, armor, consumables, trade items, all of that good stuff. It sounds great on paper. It come out to negative reviews and mixed across the board. So 1,300 people say that they're not quite sure about it and 50 people can't stand it. So it's going to be a weird one. We're going to be jumping in today to take a look at it. I've just fired up my shaders, so I'm going to get that sorted. And I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for spending time with us. Your time is valuable and I'm glad you're spending it with me. Right, so character select. Let's have a look. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean visually it's looking all right so far. So this game only boasts online PvP, online co-op and cross-platform multiplayer. That is it. There is no more features than that. It's the bare bones. But it is only $15, which is a great place to start. So it's a $10 game on sale, give or take. It has one DLC, so they're not trying to push no DLC onto it. And apparently it runs off of 16 gig RAM, 2060 with a Ryzen 5, which seems to be about right nowadays. Is bro getting off already? Kevin Hart? No, not getting off yet. The fuck? What was this? I didn't see that. I've got Bohemian Rhapsody stuck in my head. I don't know where you're going with that, bro. Sorry. Okay, so we've got a choice of 4 characters right now. We've got Brick. We've got Crow. The intros are long and well done. Hell yeah, okay. Likeable female. The bartender. So he's like the acid. Yeah, he's like the poison gas type dude. Looks kind of mental. You know what he looks like? He looks like he could fit straight into like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. We've got the bomb expert. He's 3 out of 5 on difficulty. And then we've got your generic hammer wielding, you know, army haircut style white guy. He's 1, so he's the bare bones. He's a sledgehammer and a wrench. I don't like the sound of him. I like this guy. But his difficulty is 4 out of 5. He comes with a wrench and a shovel. What does she come with? Because she had knives. Katana. I'm going with her. She comes with a katana. Name the character. What? The character of all my characters? Character name can be contain letters and numbers. So that's actually my name, right? Let's stick an MMO in it. Make sure no one's already got it. Boom. Okay, so after the snazzy intro that looked really good, I mean, graphically, this game actually bangs. I quite like the style already. So what else do we have going for it? We've got no settings or anything yet. So it looks like you start 4 characters eventually. You can have up to 4 characters, and each character saves their own file. So as you progress with one character, you don't share the loot with your other characters. It seems like it's a locked instance. So replayability, you could play this game 4 times through, and then you could just like reset your character by deleting them. Okay, so it seems like each room is going to have a lock and a timer. Apparently you go into a locker for some reason. Okay, I didn't take much away from that at all. We've got stash. Good. Okay, nice. Nothing in stash. They don't give you any loot to start with other than your character's loot or basic loadout. You got 2. What is that? 2 cans of drink. You've got 2 bandages. Was that another 2 bandages? 4 bandages and some throwing knives, but no actual loot. What are these? Vendors. So we've got the marketplace. You've got missions. There's a bunch of missions there to be unlocked. This game actually looks like it could be a thing. Workbench. Okay, let's have a look. So we've got weapons. You can craft different weapons. Plenty of them. We've got a ranking system, which doesn't work because there's probably no players. Oh, it says it's a work in progress. We'll let that go. We've got trade. We've got customization. Okay, that just looks like a fake Game Boy of some sort. You can purchase it for 15 bucks, which I don't think we have, but that looks really awesome. And then you've got your storefront, which just has the 15 buck items. They all come as one thing and one price. You know, it's not bad when the game's only $15. So we've got Asian servers. Do we have EU? We do. And it's green. Happy days. Exploration. Let's have a look at this. So we've got PvE and PvPvE, which is survival mode. So we'll just go for PvE. It seems like they're working on a single player version of this game. So maybe the game didn't do as well as they thought, and they're actually going to bring out a single player version. That's a good move. A single player extraction zombie game where you don't have to be connected to the internet too much, and you don't have to worry about having, because this game is not working on the deck, right? I'm going to go out there and say that. That was my main off-put when I read the description for this, which is why I've taken a while to cover it. It doesn't have deck support, it doesn't have Linux support, and therefore, because of its anti-cheat, has held this back so much, and people actually consider it as spyware. It's not, it just has anti-cheat, and take the anti-cheat out, make it single player, and give co-op availability via the squad. You don't need to have a PvPvE, just PvP only. Do you know what I mean? That's mental that you thought you were going to get people just jump on the game like that. So the game's been out a hot minute now. Okay, change mode. So now we want to do can we do this or not? Exploration single player. I'm not sure if it's active yet. I think it is. I'm just going to say yes. I don't want to fill the squad. And we're in. Kind of. It says entering. Match has been complete. Okay, good. Didn't take too long to load. The character designs are decent. The graphics are pretty solid. For an Unreal 5 game as well, they're looking very swish. I haven't got into the settings yet, so I haven't played around with it. We'll see what we've got, how we're dealing with it. I'm getting 80 frames right now, which means my frames are not capped. So let's go in and just sort that out. Okay, audio-wise, this tune bangs. So lobby music and vendor voice, sorry. Play audio in the background, yeah, that's fine. Voice chat off. Microphone off. Again, this doesn't need to even be the feature. Toggle on, done. Game. Everyone does voice chat over Discord. Everybody knows this. This is the new standard. So I don't think we need that in the game at all. Okay, we've got some keys we can play around with. Here's what we're looking for. So graphics. We're actually running in borderless mode, which means we'll get more frames in full. Not many, but more. We'll go to high. Seems to be running fine on Epic though, with a 4070. Okay, sharpness is set to 1. We can go higher than that if we want. Motion blur off. That comes as standard off as well, which is nice. Lumen's good, but it does drain the system. So I would say I'm going to probably turn Lumen off and see what it looks like. We are running DLSS with a frame rate of... Where's VSync? Can't cap my frames. That's unnatural. There it is. Okay, VSync's there. We can cap the frames and we can probably change it to TAA, which means we'll get full frames. And then we'll go with ultra native DLA. See how we go with that. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, I'm still... So now I'm locked to 60. It doesn't have the option to go to 90. Boom. I'm actually looking forward to this. I was really, really surprised. The game's got mostly negative and I don't know why. Okay, so we're opening the chest. That takes way too long. Oh, blue gloves already. Okay, where do we put those? Did it change appearance? I'm pretty sure that changed appearance. It did. We've now got gloves on. Yes, okay. I'm not a big fan of the loading bars on stuff. I'd rather see some sort of animation on those, but I can let that go for now. It's feeling okay. Nothing in here to loot. A miss trick. Okay, I thought I could punch through that. There you go. This, and we need a key to get into there. What weapons do we have? So we've got the katana, and we've got the, let's say, kukri. We've got the kukri, which is like a little machete style weapon. Okay, the elevator music in the background, although it's decent, I don't know if it should be playing the whole time I'm playing the game, because it takes away from the horror element. Oh, here we go. Damn. I don't have two types of attack, but I do have some special moves. I've got dodge. I've got Q, which don't know what that did. Some sort of acid. Okay, she was carrying some thread. We'll take that. Okay, that music is starting to get a little bit dry bread in a horror environment, so we're going to go in and we're just going to turn... Is there music in the game we can turn off? It doesn't look like it. It's got to be this lobby music. Vendor voice? Okay, that's really weird. Where's the in-game audio? You can't turn the music off. What? That baffles my brain. Why anybody would see that as a good decision. The tune's good, but it ain't that good. I tell you what though, it's playing well and the graphics are nice and the environment's okay. And it is a looter zombie survival game. Nothing different really to like Dead Island. But still, a nice change of scene. Okay, we've got a big one. What's this? Okay, is that a backpack or a coat? That's a coat. Nice. Okay, the environment definitely affects our weapons. There we go for the forfeit. There we go. Boom! Our wig's off. That was cool. Now if I double tap, no, it still just grabs it. Right click drags it over by itself. But I like that. We've got auto loot essentially. If you just right click everything, it's just going to jump straight in. Like I say, I'm just quite impressed with the visuals right now. It's not the best. We can make it look better. Let's go a bit higher. So if we go the DLSS native, go ultra quality. We could make it a bit sharper, I suppose. Can we get to 2? Over sharpening can spoil it sometimes. Graphics set high. Okay, done. Because it's a slow-paced game, I think DLSS shines when the graphics don't move too quick. If I see any dodgy artifacts, I'll shout them out. You know what? When I sort of consider what I can do in the game and what I can interact with and should be able to, it has it covered. So take the scarf, then we can put the scarf where? Discard, select, move. Is that classed as a headgear? What is it? I don't think we can wear that. Because these ones have armor and this one doesn't. Okay. Yeah, from what I can see, everything I want to interact with or use seems to react the way I expect it to. The fact we can break glass, you know. Oh, buddy. Okay, this game needs a block. It feels like it needs a block to be able to parry the enemy. That would make the combat way more fluid. Let's check it out in the options. Key bindings. Okay, let's see if we've got a parry or a block. Reload, I'll stick that on my mouse. Flashlight on and off, we'll put that on the mouse. I'm not seeing a block. Voice chat, put that up here out of the way. Tab is inventory. We can also make that eye, I'm assuming. Nice customization of the weapons and stuff. That's of the controls. So no, we have reload, interact, which is on F. We've got special abilities and we've got attacks. We don't have any block and no parry. That's a missed trick. That's really, I mean, I would have definitely had, I mean, some playtester had to have said at some point, if this game was definitely playtested, by the way, it could not have been. The visual effects are okay, you know, they're not bad. This is just the first impression. And then you loot them, you just hit the right button, take all the loot, away you go again. Yeah, this is not awful. I'm telling you now, this game, I don't know why people have negatively rated it. Maybe because it's PvP only and no one's online. But maybe they thought they were going to get into like a battle royale scenario where everybody's fighting against everyone. And it just didn't pan out because the player base just wasn't there. But to make this a single player means the game won't die. They need to do that. You want to keep this game alive and online because as a single player game, it's not so bad. You could definitely then develop it further. It does feel like a sort of low rent Dead Island 2. It's not, you know, popping, you know what I mean? Ooh. I was killed in my inventory by a bot. 7 minutes deep. Yeah, look, I'm getting item found. But we do earn XP even though we got oofed. Oh, maybe I'm easily pleased. Who knows? What else we got going on? So the workbench is in beta at the moment. But does this game say that it is in early access? Let me check this. Because it shouldn't be by now, surely. Let me open Steam real quick. Right, let's have a look a little bit deeper into this game. So it's called The Midnight Walkers. It's mostly negative, and it is in early access, and the devs are still working on it, because if they're not, you actually get a time period where the devs have put no updates up. I'm going to try and find their last update, which was April 23rd, which was literally a week ago. It says they're introducing the workbench renewal and partial wipe of your loot, because obviously they're going to do something to the game that could game break it and doesn't make sense with the stuff you've already got, so they're going to do a wipe. So the game will involve a wipe, but it is in early access. These games like Scum do have wipes because the devs have to do major changes. Once the game actually releases on 1.0, there won't be any wipes from what I understand. It says your items will not get wiped, only the game progress. So any sort of XP you've got, you have to start from the beginning again. They're expanding your stash. They're making mission progress a little bit more refined. They're going to change the vendor affinity. They're creating character data, i.e. character experience, and levels and nicknames will all stay. It seems like they're doing okay. Let me check their previous update. Okay, short-term to mid-term update milestones. So planned for late April, which we're now coming towards, so we can basically discard this. But survival mode loot drop rate is getting an overhaul, so you get more loot. And the hardcore mode is having additional work done to it. The voice over IP and proximity chat is going to be enabled, so you can talk to people just in your vicinity, not just in your squad. They're doing base raid prototype. They're going to be releasing boss fights. They've got inventory improvements, friend system additions. There's full mission redesign to make it a bit more pizzazz, I'm assuming. Extraction bonus system and coin de-itemization. So whatever that means, I think that means the itemized coins at the top you could probably pay real world money for. I'm not sure, but I'm just going to say if it's demonetizations, then that's probably going to do that. It's going to demonetize it to in-game currency. They're doing PvE tests with expansion and extensions, reshaping the combat ecosystem. Again, if you can put a block and a parry in this, that would make me a lot happier to say that the combat's actually on point. You need to be at Dead Island 2 levels, or as a bare minimum base, and then add extra things in that they didn't have. Otherwise this game doesn't really stand out in its combat. So they're putting in a hardcore mode for those who like to be punished. That's a silly move. I mean, there's not many player base, and then you're going to add modes that make the game harder. Like, I wouldn't do that. I would make the game more accessible and try your best to encourage new players. That's where I would be concentrating personally. I like the 4 characters. I think they've got the right idea. I like the visual aspects. I like the sound effects. I even like the gameplay. It's not overly, it's not different for the looter shooter genre, but it's not tedious. It's okay. It's just okay. And the thing with it is, it's a sleeper hit. It's a hidden gem. I think I found a hidden gem that I will play, just based on the single player experience. I don't need, a lot of people around me. I don't play socially that often. I'm more of a, in bed at night with my spare hour, just grinding a game. And this game needs to have that. It needs to have something to grind for, something to keep you playing, some dopamine hits, and it needs like a better combat system. But other than that, it's pretty much there. I think this game, if the devs are up for it, it could be a slow burn. It could be a game that takes a couple years to find its feet, but once they get all those implementations and get their mind right, because they're obviously going for like more game modes, more this, more that. I don't think that's where this game needs to go to fix itself. I think it needs to concentrate on what it already has, and that is a pretty solid base. You just need to build upon it with more stuff for the player to do. So you need more things to loot, more items. I mean, the interface for instance, is too small. These boxes and stuff, it doesn't feel like the loot is yours because they're so small on the screen. You need bigger items, bigger loot, be in people's faces, make it a bit more pizzazz, more customization, more fighting styles. Like maybe just because she's, a female with a katana, maybe she can also have like customizable katana, to make that counter attack and like maybe send out a shockwave across the screen. You know, her moves are dry. She has dodge, which is on E, and what looks to be some sort of gas propelled thing on Q. I would have gone for completely different moves with her. I would have had like a shockwave that comes out that obliterates anything in front of her, and I would have had maybe where she stabs it in the floor, and then that gives me like a heal. Do you know what I mean? Something cooler than what they've given us. And I, again, worry about what devs think when they create these games and why. I mean, they've seen the lack of players. You've got like 57 people in your game. So if you've got 57 and that's good for them, I would be worrying about why people are not playing it and not listening to your team that tell you need to do this, this, and this. I would listen to the comment section. I would listen to Reddit. I would listen to YouTubers tell you exactly what they're thinking when they play, because that's how people perceive your game. I'm just a general game player who reviews games and works with all different devs from all around the country, all different countries, to perfect games on the back end as well. You know, I've played many playtests of games. I played Skate before it was even announced. Oh. And again, they didn't listen. Because Skate ended up being a bit dry. Ooh. Okay, when you're in inventory, I know it's like a risk and reward thing, but at least let me know there's enemies around before I open the inventory screen. I can start to see the problems. The cracks are starting to show. Right, why wasn't that fun? It takes too long to get into a game to be 5-shotted. I took 5 hits before I died. I get, like, you have to get good at games, but you're talking about a new player picking up the game and trying to find out what it's all about. And these enemies are hitting for big damage. And that would, again, I have to shout about it like I do with a couple of other games in the past. Without a counter attack or a block, you are leaving the player constantly open to being attacked, which isn't fun. It's not fun to swipe at an enemy, and as you swipe, they hit you too, because you're taking damage on attacking. This is not a fun mechanic. What you need to do is either have a stagger when you hit them, so that they just deanimate and fall backwards, or you need to have a counter attack. If you're not capable of creating a counter attack and a block, I seriously worry. There is no block in this game from what I can see. I do have a bunch of items, but they look like they're the ones that you use and then they're gone, so I'm not using them right now. I mean, why a minute to start a game? Why can't we, like, if I'm the only person in it, where is the button just to say no go? You know, this tune is getting old quick as well. It's constantly being played in the background. There is no way to turn it off, I don't think. They have got toggle. Why is English beta? They're all in beta. Okay. I can't believe there's no button to turn this music off. You'd have to play it in silence. Missed opportunities here. When did this game come out? Okay, this game came out in January. Like, that's not that long. So I'm going to be a little bit kinder than I should be. But that second game was not fun based on the combat itself. The music that constantly plays in the background, why wouldn't you have a slider in the options to turn that down or at least off? There's decisions made in this game that feel like they didn't think too far ahead. You know, they like the tune and that's what they're rolling with, and they're just going to keep playing it. This is way more atmospheric now, with no music in the background, no elevator music. Right, let's check Q out. So it makes my sword venomous or acid. I'm not really sure what it is. But that's what that does. It gives us a damage boost, or I reckon it does damage over time. Okay, the mouse can leave the screen. That shouldn't be a thing. Nearly ended my live stream then. Yeah, I've got zomboids. Ah, okay, so I just found a problem. So looter shooters, you have E and Q to peep around corners. You should still have this in this game. You don't have that. You have two special moves equipped to it. But there's no toggle lean, so I can't peep, which would feel way more immersive if I'm just hearing noises of zombies and stuff. And it's missing. It's not there. And I already am finding problems now as to why the game doesn't feel as fluid as it should. Does that do damage over time? Is he going to fall? Well, I'm not really sure what the point in that was. I'll have to look up the stats of that one. It seemed like it just does more damage. I really like this game. I think it's okay. I mean, it needs work, but visually and stuff is fine. I've got some heavier gear there, which is awesome. I might have just got unlucky in my second game, you know, as well, which I'm not just going to shit on it for that. But if I had a block and a parry, I wouldn't have had that trouble, you know. I would have had a better experience. Yeah, it says I can't equip it for some reason. I'll have to watch that. Ooh, the poke missed. Hey. At this pace, it's fun because it's calm. We can't equip these for what? Cannot be equipped on the current class. Okay, so they're for someone else. Maybe we sell those when we get back. That's a shame because that'd be my first decent loot. I think sprint's quite slow. It feels off as well. I'm on auto sprint right now, and you wouldn't really be able to tell. It just feels like walking. Need something useful. Lubricant. See there, that should have been a block. That should have been a right click block where she bends her sword and then he staggers back. And if I hit at the right time, maybe he even falls back, you know, or has some sort of like glowing effect that then allows me to do a finisher. That's what's missing from the combat so far. The actual searching, picking up items, and the actual engagement of the game feels fine. This is great now the music's gone. It's actually quite atmospheric. F1 for a control guide. So walk, crouch, jump, attack, fire, item use, aim down sight, secondary. Action is right mouse button. Ing, reload, cigarette. Cigarette. Okay, so how do we get health back? Let's have a look. So cigarette is V. Way to teach kids how to smoke. What does that do? That gives you health. Surely it should drain health, but give you stamina or something. I love the way you can't see it, but her face is behind me and it changes as you smoke. She smiles. But F to cancel. That looks like we've just. That was cool. Nice choice. That felt pretty sick. It's a cool game. I think that's what it's got. It's got the cool vibes. What was that? Ooh. You know what it might be? It might be because I have no armor yet. You know, I've only got my first set of gloves. Maybe that's why it feels like we're so weak. She hit me and it took a quarter life bar. Which kind of puts the risk and reward up a little bit. I'm starting to come around to the idea. Still need a counter attack though and a block. I'm just not going to stop whinging about that. That. Big damage. Wood sticks, they're a common item. They've got to be used for crafting. Myself a battery. Oh. My man come out the vents. That's what I'm saying about this game. I'm saying that the atmosphere and the actual gameplay is already there. Solo playing is fine. You can make, I mean, Incursion. If the devs want to look up Incursion, you'll see that there is a solo playing looter shooter that's doing very well. You know, people are accepting it as a decent game. That's what this should have always been. And then with co-op added in during a game if you want to bring your friends in. This should never have been a PvP only game. Whoa. Okay, something's going on. What's going to shut down in 60 seconds? Danger. Move to the other floor. How do I do that? Well, I would if I knew where the other floor was. Okay. Well, again, a mechanic in the game that's not explained before you start is apparently you only have a certain amount of time to search each floor, which is again fine once you know that to be a thing. The tutorial doesn't really exist. You're just jumping in like any normal person and seeing what's what. I quite like it though. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to jump back in for a third and final attempt. It's saying it's going to have Twitch drops and it's got a roadmap that we'll check out in a moment. I did cover some of them points. But I actually do like this game. I think on a single player basis, if I could play this on my handheld, I'd be into this, you know. Have better animations, you know, later on. Have, again, combat needs to be revised. Have items that are really nice and big and prominent on the screen. Controller support seems to be there, but it could be, you know, improved. I think there's a lot that it could do to make this game actually work. Get rid of this 90 seconds or at least have a skip. Okay, so where are we? How do I work out what floor we're on? We're on the parking lot? What sort of map is this? Work out as we go. It's bad when you open a map and you kind of don't know where you are. Like, I'm guessing we're this red X at the bottom here. But then we're going to go up, left, and then to the stairwell over there. What this line and X is over on the right right hand side, I don't know. And then 1F will be this room. Again, what is this X showing up there? There's loads of X's. They're locked doors. I don't even know where we are. Maybe it'll be clear once we start. Wonder if it starts you on a different floor each time. 7F, Botanical Gardens. Okay, so it starts you on a different floor every time you boot. We've got now an icon of where we are, which you can actually move behind the scenes there. You can see me moving around. And now we actually have a guide to the stairs, which is just below us. We can definitely get there, so we can go for a little wander. Okay, now again, the more you know, the more you will enjoy this game. Okay, we can wear the coat. So that's a 62 armor from a 10 armor right there. I'm going to drop the 10 armor because why would we keep that? That was cool. I think this is where Unreal 5 actually does do a good job. It's in the closed sort of Resident Evil-esque slow-paced hallways and doorways and buildings. Like, they do a good job with this. It's when you're outside and you're in forestry, I feel like Unreal 5 just either needs too much power from the user or just looks bland and washed out. More of that, more of zombies like effing up the scene, you know, that was really cool. I hate having no way to defend myself. It really does frustrate me. Not having that right button, so you just do a block, really sucks. This... Oh, I know, we've got another one. Again, stitched up by the environment there. I hit this pole. I hit this pillar and it stopped my move. Rude. Hey, what up, Phil? Where you been, my friend? How's life treating you, my friend? I hope you're doing good. We missed you this week. Are you back to work now? I thought you'd quit. I thought we had you full-time. Full-time Phil. Well, maybe I misread that last time we spoke. I don't know if I looted this one. There you go. Gotta get all the loot. So we've got a countdown of 15 minutes per section before we have to hit the stairs. That seems fair enough. Whoa. what am I do? Apparently, just a load of gas came out. Oh, that's a little bit annoying. Oh no, what you do? I don't know. I was attacking a zombie and all of a sudden my back exploded into green mist. Kind of sounds like me after a Ruby Murray, but I digress. Let's check out the roadmap that's built in and see if it's any different from the Steam roadmap. You hurt your back. What have you been doing? Chasing the pugs around? Did you trip over one, did you? You thought it was a mouse and try to kill it and then fall over and hurt yourself? You did it at the gym? And you've been in bed for a week. But you can still turn me on, bro, in the bed. I'm sure you're not in the mood if you've hurt your back. I appreciate that. Why is this mission flashing at me? What do I have to do for this? I got one I can complete. Why is it doing that? There's a little ball on it spinning. Normally that's a notification to claim something. There's no claim button. Also, where's character progression? I know we're leveling up as we go, but it would be so much nicer to have the player actually level up their own character with certain, you know, you have a choice whether you want to do health or armor or, you know, go for damage. You know, it'd be nice to have a sort of choice in that matter. So if I go to character, can I switch? Again, no quick switching character. So you have to come out of the game to then change character. Another fail. Oh no, there is a quick switch at the bottom now. Okay, fair dues. We're going to make a new character and we're going to go for... He seems quite cool. Wrench and a shovel. Okay, I'm going to go for this mad scientist, you know, Breaking Bad wannabe. We'll go with him. We have to name him as well. We'll just call him Shanuz. Yeah, here he is. He actually looks like he's got a bit of reach on that spade there. You go. Okay, start a new one. I don't even dislike that system. The fact that we have 4 characters, all at level 1. They all need to be leveled up if you want to complete the game. The audit guy did Asmongold. Yeah, I wouldn't mind watching that. The only good thing is it got me back into playing Tekken. So you've been playing some Tekken 8 in bed. I hurt my back while I was doing squats. Oh dear. Did you? I'm assuming you had a weight on your back while you were doing it. Oh no, it's the stage with the tune. That's a shame. That's a shame you ate yourself, bro. We're on the water today. This hot day. Trying to keep fluided up. The PC's built, sitting right down here by my side. I've got it running. It's first time, you know, built it, run first time, gold. Not my first rodeo. We were able to play, I think the one I'm going to test on it is probably Cyberpunk. We'll probably start the new build with a Cyberpunk video, get back into that. Any suggestions from you guys of games that you want put into the schedule, let me know, because I'm probably booked for next 2 weeks, but then after that I'm kind of looking at playing some predominantly main games all the time, do you know what I mean? And then throwing games like this on a whim. The Gremlins, definitely doing the Gremlins. Yeah, I've got the NES emulator on. The thing is, I can download it through the Linux shop. It's in the store, so I can just do it that way. Mogwai, that's it. We're going to play that for sure. You see me get very frustrated. We're going to have drinks on that one. I'll tell you what we do. We'll have... we won't do shots per loss because you die a lot in that game. But what we will have is like when all of my lives are gone and we're done, then we'll have a shot, I think. We'll have to do something like that. It's bright light, that's it. With Mogwai come great responsibility. Just like Spider-Man. Okay, let's check our weapons. We have a massive spade that takes an hour to swing. And we have a smaller weapon that's made out of podcaster mics. That could be cool. We'll use that. See how that goes. Now, if we hold reload, does it give us an animation? No. If we press V, does it give an animation? No, that smokes a cigarette. Okay, so that's not the one. In a lot of looter shooter games, you normally inspect your weapon. You know, it shows you the clip. It shows you how much ammo you've got left. This game doesn't go down that route yet. I haven't found a gun yet, to be honest. I'm looking forward to finding a gun because, you know. Okay, that was sweet. So if the gloves are better than the ones you're wearing and you right-click it, it goes straight on. That's a good mechanic to have. But the trousers didn't, even though they're 33. I'm not sure why that didn't do that, but we'll drop the 10s. We'll crack on. We've got 15 minutes a section or thereabouts. I think it's actually 17 minutes per section. Okay, we're getting out of here this way. Nope. Let's go. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like a better looking Condemned. I don't know if you guys ever played Condemned back in the days. Oh, get some. I had Condemned on the 360 and I was very impressed with the visuals at the time back then. I believe that's on PC. We could revisit that one day. I could definitely be down for that. But yeah, it reminds me of like a Condemned, but with some looter sort of gathering elements rather than just picking up weapons. Even that game, you'd pull like metal bars out of like the wall to use as a weapon. You would create your weapon rather than just find them laying around. Let's have a paintbrush. Okay, let's hit the map so we know where the stairs are. So we are the yellow marker at the top and the stairs are just in front of us. We'll get our bearings with that and we'll have a little look around. Oh yeah. I prefer this guy's weapons because they're, although the sword was decent, he sort of staggers them, look. They don't attack you like they did with the female. I think the female's actually botched. I don't think her combo's good. She does slash, which is fine. But when she does poke, it misses half the time. So that's a bad side. And also when she does slash, they don't stagger. If they're swinging at you, they don't stop. Whereas with him, because the weapon's a little bit more bulky, they actually stagger. So I think she needs the stagger put into her combat. And I still stand by the fact it needs a block and a counter attack. I would always say that that is a thing. Because it feels so off. That was a nice little dodge move there, boys. Slap in the back. Okay, she was a strong bish. She only weighed about 8 stone. Ooh. Jeez. Getting worried there. I'm going to have a cigarette on that one, boys. I have to take my time. Roger is almost here. When's the release date on that? Do you know? We need to do the Michael Jackson. Yeah, we can do that one as well. That's definitely on the bucket list. A little bit of Hee, a little bit of MJ. That's actually a joint. No, it come out of a packet. Okay, so that's some of our health regains. Let's roll. Ooh. She woke up quick. We're going to try a special ability, shall we? There's more damage. That's 3 hits instead of 5 for her now. Not that impressive, you know, like the special moves should be like, you know, special moves. I mean, he has got E as well. We'll try that on the next victim. But just a buff, like buffs are never that interesting, so buffing the damage is nice, but could essentially be done with an item instead. this? Restoration drink. I don't know how to use his other ability. Am I supposed to choose it? Oh. But that I can craft with it. I don't even know what his second ability is. Okay, so I'm going to go through second weapon now. How's the weather there? It's been cold here in the desert. For real? No, it's okay. I mean, it rained last night, but it was like a small amount of rain, so it's actually quite dry today. Hence the no arms. It's one of them. Got my fan on me nice and chill. Oh, that's awful. Look at the time on that. Yeah, that feels good though. Not bad, is it? It's not a bad looking game at all. I think there's some elements to work out. Nothing too taxing, just it takes a little bit more experience than what we're going to be able to give it today. He just hit his friend in the back. Yeah, it's just always going to happen. This is a tough game. I think therein lies one of the problems. You don't get enough armor for what you need to protect yourself. When you start with a level 1 character, it doesn't take much for you to get oofed, which kind of puts you on edge, but not in... Yeah, exactly. But not in a good way. It doesn't put you on edge on a good way. It puts you on edge in a way where you're just, you know, please don't cheaply kill me. It's not like I'm actually feeling like it's my fault. I think that the game's attacks are actually very poorly designed. The fact that he swings down and it takes so long, you have to be pinpoint accurate with what's in front of you, whereas the girl with a sword at least had the range to swap. So you had more of a hitbox. It seems like his are actually off, and then he's got the smaller weapon. It doesn't have the range, but then does have a better hitbox. So it's always like going one step forward and two step back with no matter what you are talking about in this game. The only thing that really stands out, I mean, these unlock at like level 10, so you're going to get more abilities by the look of it. Level 5, level 10, level 15. What really stands out is the visuals and the sound effects. I think they've done a very good job there. And the fact that the game's only been released for, what, 6 months? I think they're doing all right. You know, it's chugging along. It definitely should have been a single player game. It definitely should have had better combat. But that's just personal preference. Maybe you guys don't agree. But overall, I think it's enjoyable enough to play. It just doesn't offer much in other than zombies. Basically a looter shooter with zombies, right? So it's cold where you are. So when you say cold, do you mean like jumpers and hoodies? What season are you in there? Because we're coming up to our hottest. We've got 2 months of heat now. Lots of garden barbecues and chilling out. You have to wear hoodies at night. Oh, okay. So we've just come out of that. I think we stopped wearing hoodies about a month ago. You got spring. So yeah, your summer's a little bit slower than us then. It should be really hot now. Well, April's supposed to have showers, but we only really had about a week of that. And then it just sort of went. Yeah, we didn't have to put up with too much rain this year. We definitely need a skip button for this timer at the beginning. It just takes too long. Over a minute of waiting around. In PvP it works, in solo there's no need for it at all. Man, I was grilling outside every night before I hurt my back. What was you grilling? Sausages? You're not a sausage eater, are you? What was you eating? My barbecue tends to be like, I'll go to the butcher's and just buy a bunch of stuff. And if I'm hard up, I'll probably just get like your freezer stuff in. Oh, chicken thighs, very nice. What, coated, like southern fried? Or do you coat them yourself? Wooden spicy. Okay, then boots are giving us 19. We'll take those. Boom, we're already out of our first box, doing better than we should be. I'm going to do one more run because I'm super curious about this game. It feels like it should be better than it is. Again, and look, they are equipping us with the best of the best. Good start here. It's funny because this was just a bonus one that I put on because we'd finished the first two early, and I feel like it should have been given a full 4 hours. There's a lot to see and do here. We've got to get into the crafting. We've got to check out what the point in the game actually is overall. Whoa! Yeah, that stitched me up. Not being able to flick the wheel to get into your weapons is another problem with this. What's crazy is the zombies seem weaker in this one than they did in the previous play where we just did with the guy. They seem to take a lot more, they were tougher, but now they seem very weak. Can't quite call it. Not like there's an easier medium or hard mode or anything like this. Okay, this is actually worth keeping because it's got 46. That one's 33, we'll get rid of it. Now with barbecue sauce. Oh, okay, barbecue sauce is nice. I kind of figured you were going to say that actually because you like your spicy foods. I'm making a pasta bake tonight, nothing special. Bit of pasta, you know, a bit of Grossman's chili sauce, and then I'm going to bust some cheese on the top, put it under the grill. 10 minutes, bosh. Boom. So all's going well with us. I mean, it's the same as usual, plodding along. We're actually, you know, obviously we're YouTube partnered now and we're getting a lot of stuff from YouTube now. A lot of support and a lot of help from them guys. Keeping, just trying to figure it out, you know, like figure the whole, what makes a YouTuber. Because, you know, we're technically not a streamer. It's the fact that you have one hit left and you don't have a chance to rectify it. They always win. I need to conquer this game. We need to do a live cook-in. Well, I mean, it's possible. Could do it in the garage. Could do it in the garage. There's not much. I don't think there's. Well, yeah, there is. I guess to you it's interesting because you like our food, don't you? You probably eat anything I made you, I would imagine. I'm pretty OCD about the whole thing. Right, so the only customization I can see is the tracker, which comes in the store items. So to make a gun, what do we need? So we're going to need metal, we're going to need, is that lumber? Lumber. We're going to need a range blueprint. So blueprints are going to be a must. I'm going to do one more. I've got to go one more. It's addictive. The gameplay is actually addictive, as trash as it is. I want to see you cook some bacon. Really? I'll bring one up. I'll make myself a bacon sandwich one day and bring it up and show you. But then you've got to see me like yam it down, and that's not a pretty sight. I love my bacon. Yeah, it's been pretty chill, like I say. I think YouTube are putting together another package for us. They're going to send out another package. Views wise, we're in the green. We're in the green for views and watch time, and even the subs are up at the minute. Well, I think when we hit 10k, which might take us to the end of the year, that should be a big milestone. But I also want to get the other channels done. You know, we've got the racing one in summer, and then we've got the travel one coming. We've got the Linux one coming. There's so much going on. I've got things up here going mad. The only way is up. That's it. I'm trying. It's weird because it's kind of classed as a job now, right? Before it was just a hobby. Now it's classed as a job. Now I'm actually sort of making money from it. So what I've done is sort of, I've put my YouTube payment as far wide as I can. So you have to make X amount before they pay you. And in that way, it's not going to like, I can just have like one chunk and then maybe get that 3 times a year and then put tax onto that, because it makes life easier. If they're paying you like say 50 quid every month or whatever, you've got to constantly keep tallying that, and you know, where if they pay you just 10 grand over 3 months, then you can just say, yeah, that's how much I make every 3 months. So I've sort of put a cap on it, and hoping that sort of makes taxman's job easier and my life a bit easier. But yeah, I mean, it's a funny one. When we started, we never thought of being a thing. So now we're a thing. It's like we just need to become, you know, a thing that's got some exposure. We need to get out there and meet people and make friends and get more views and, you know, all of that good stuff. So that's all I'm really concentrating on the back end. But I need to do a lot of lives because I need to make the content for future videos so that I don't have to. So when I'm abroad, I can like churn some videos out for you guys, still make a crust while I'm doing the travel channel. So I need a lot of terabytes of footage. So I'm just constantly making videos. We're now a ting. We're almost a ting. We're kind of like, what are we? We're the pants on a ting. We're the low level. We've got the whiff of, we've got the whiff of the ting. We're almost there. I get invited to a lot of stuff. I get invited to a lot of you know, YouTuber parties at the moment, and a lot of meetups, meet and greets, TwitchCon, of course, you know, things like this. But I just don't go anywhere. Like I don't really see a need to take part in those things. Whoa, maybe in the next few years. Ooh, that's a nice piano. Okay, that's awesome. Now we've got a better shitty. This really does feel like Dead Island at times. And they just have this really this sort of awkward loot system that they've bolted on the Dead Island. I probably don't need that one as we've got the blue one. Sign here, please. That is it. I mean, I've had a lot of signatures to be done, a lot of IDs to send, you know, all that stuff. I'm actually having a bit of a row with the... Oh, not that thing again. Quick cigarette. I'm actually having a lot of grief with the passport office right now, trying to get my passport through. They keep telling me that I'm supposed to have a professional sign, like to say that they know me or whatever. But I don't know any professionals, do you know what I mean? I'm quite a private bloke. So I need to get like my solicitor or someone to sign it for me, which costs money, you know, and time and effort. So until I get a chance to actually get out, I mean, I'm live streaming all week, so I'm not going to be getting out this week. But as soon as I can, I will. All right, let's try a bandage. We haven't used any of those yet. Okay, so that, again, that doesn't give you much, but the cigarette does. The cigarette's actually quite lucrative when it comes to health regains. Yeah, from 18 to 30, whereas the bandage only gave us like 10 or 15. We know who that's for. A shoveler. Okay, let's get a weapon ready. And check the map. The stairs are to my left and straight, so I'm going to head that way, do looting as we go, see if we can get to level 2 at least. And so far so good. The visuals and sound effects, like I say, on point. I think it's actually they've done a good job. 4 escape pods activated. Okay, so we can actually escape at this point. This is the laundry room. Where are we now? Okay, straight through. So that looks like an escape pod there. Maybe that just opens and we can escape at some point. It's green on the map. They're called escape pods. The stairwell's this way. You know what was hilarious? In one of the other games we've just played, I opened this and didn't realise what I was opening, turned around, fought some zombies and actually got oofed. It doesn't actually tell me whether I have to go up or down, does it? I'm thinking the timer starts every time you go through a locked door on a different level. So as you go up a level and go through into that zone as such, the timer starts again. Okay, we've got the abandoned nightclub and arcade. There's got to be a way to do combat where you don't get hit every enemy you attack. What have we got going on here? Sushi smash. Midnight walkers, of course. Let's say bomberry or bombar. I don't know what it says. Oh shit. Run! Yeah, he exploded himself. Get on my level, that's it. That's the thing, I'm never going to be arrogant with it either, because I don't... Whoa! That was dirt. Oh! Oh! That's why this game sucks. It's literally 1 or 2 hits and you are down. Maybe it's supposed to be this punishing. I'm going to check the character stats and see if the XP that we're actually earning is increasing our health. Because maybe it makes you resilient over time. So that'll be this one. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, so my armor rating seems to go up with every time we die. And my heal bonus goes up every time we die. and my melee attack power is going up. So you do have to grind the game to get to a point where you can survive and take those brunty hits. And if you've got obviously better armor and stuff as you drop, every time you die, you're losing everything. So your base character is all you have. So getting her to like level 15, level 20 is going to then allow you to explore the game comfortably. But until you do that, you are going to be weak as piss. And the problem is the weak as piss element is okay, but it doesn't come across as fun. It comes across as grindy and frustrating. So I think there's some pacing issue with the game. But overall, I think it's okay. I'm going to go in and do, what's it called again? Midnight something. Have a look. Midnight Walkers. Right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I think I've seen all I need to see to judge this one. I want to thank the devs for sending out the game code. Now, Midnight Walkers is not a bad game. I don't think it deserves its overwhelmingly negative review on Steam. And the public have put it down to a mixed review, which is a better option. I think it is mixed. I think it's very meh. I think it's very in the middle. It's like Dead Island, but with a cumbersome looter-shooter element thrown in. It's not awful. It is addictive. It does have decent gameplay. The visuals are pretty much on point. The sound effects are great, and I did have fun. But it is more frustrating than it is fun. There is a lot missing from this game. Again, counter-attack and block are essential. The way that you craft and build takes way too long. I haven't seen any of the crafting because I just keep dying. The leveling up system, although it does allow you to, every time you die, take some XP and level up and make your character stronger, that will take forever. So you have to do well, and by doing well, you are constantly trading off, attacking the enemy and getting attacked back. Personally, with this character, I only found it with this character. I didn't find it with the, who else did we play as? Let's go back and have a look. I can't remember his name off the top of my noggin. I don't even know hers. Yeah, so I didn't find it with the bartender. The bartender had a better combat system where he was able to stagger the enemy a lot easier. She's, unfortunately, as cool as she is, underpowered. I think her sword hits 2 out of 3 hits most of the time. And when you do hit, it doesn't stagger or push back. So therefore, the enemy's just hitting you every time. Again, a massive balancing issue that should have been picked up by the devs before release. These are things that really frustrate players. And again, without no way to counterattack that or block, you are stuck with just taking a hit. And nobody wants to take a hit in a game where you die after 3 or 4 hits. So unfortunately, the mechanics of it are not sound. So I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5, which is exactly what the internet Steam has been getting, which is mixed reviews. It's not perfect. I think it does have something here. I think they should lean into the single player quest gathering, achievement completing, dailies and weekly challenges, and just make it a single player looter extraction. That way you can then bring in co-op play with your friends, and you can just have it as a localization game. Take out any anti-cheat, make sure it works on the deck, make sure it works on Linux, and you are gold. I think at their price point, $15 ain't too high to ask for a game like this. It's probably one of the nicest looking and running Unreal 5 games I've seen in a long time. So I would say they've actually got something special here. They just need to make it special. It's kind of the base game. I wouldn't have actually released it in this state. I probably would have kept it back 6 months and made sure I got all of my points checked, listened to feedback, done a few play tests. But, you know, devs are devs. You know, they're looking to cash in and make some money back. So I would say go support the game if you fancy it. It's actually an all right experience. You get 2 hours and then you can get a refund if you really feel like it, but I wouldn't advise doing that because I think the devs have actually got their shit together. They're doing a roadmap. There's no sign of them quitting the game and abandoning everyone. So maybe the player base can get up a little bit. You know, 57 people is not enough to run a PvP game, but it's damn sure enough to run a single player experience. That being said, I want to thank you for joining me today, and I thank you for your time. Your time is valuable, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye. There we go, boys. We are done. 20 squid. It's under 20 squid. I think it's 15. And at 15 quid, do you know what I mean? For anything nowadays, you can't even buy like a little bit of shopping for 15 quid, can you? You know, a bit of cheese, a block of cheese will cost you a tenner nowadays. Have a word, have a word. But I want to thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming in, Phil. I'm sorry your back hurts, bro. I'm really gutted about that. You've got to be more careful. You know, I've dislocated my knee, broke toes. you know, smash my finger. You do stuff like that when you're, you know, active and clumsy. So just be a bit more careful. We're not getting any younger, and it takes longer to heal. So look after yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow if you're about. Pop in, say hello, and I'll see you all when I see you. If you are watching our rerun, greatly appreciate you watching it. And the view time is imperative for us right now. So keep watching, keep playing, keep watching the shorts and the long form, especially the long form, because that does us a big favor in getting pushed out to new people. I'll be here. I don't know what we've got tomorrow. Let me have a look. Let me see. Discord. Let me just jump in Discord and have a look. And take a little while to load. It might be because Steam's on. Let me just close that. Might be quicker on my phone. Let's have a look. I never know from day to day what I'm doing, but I always know from week to week what I'm doing. I put it up early. Ah, there you go. It works on here fine. Oh, nice one tomorrow. Okay, so we've got a 2.5D platformer where you play as a squid, and it's by Square Enix, which if that floats your boat, I'm sure already you'll be around for that one. And we've got Blood Reaver, which is a mad first-person sword and gun action, but in a 2D style as well, like 2.5D. So kind of think along the lines of like Duke Nukem, you know, that sort of stuff. So a couple of fun ones tomorrow. Very loud, very awesome. And then Thursday we're off, and Friday we're doing the Racker, I think. I haven't settled on the Racker, but I think that's where we're going with that. You guys seem to like the Racker, and I haven't played it in a while, so I'm a bit rusty. So getting in there and getting a win could be fun to do. So yeah, a couple 2D games or 2.5D games for you tomorrow. And if we get those done within an hour apiece, we can actually have a third game. So maybe I'll dig through the library and see what we've got available. You missed a couple of bangers, I'm not going to lie, but they are up online. You can go back and watch those. Incursion was a good one to watch, and what was it? And the World of Tanks, the beta. So I'm actually working on the video for that at the moment, and then that will be done. But yeah, I love and leave you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Don't work too hard. I watched the replay. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. It's really important because, like I say, that watch time actually gets more people offered that video. Then we can get more views. But I'll see you in soon, and I'll catch you tomorrow for a little bit of 2.5D action. Stay safe, bro.